Hi, I'm Mark Caesar with Ed Clements and Sergeant Sam. Welcome again to our vodcast on Campaign 08. Hillary's done it again. She was on the ropes just as she was in Texas and Ohio, and yet she battles off of the ropes in Pennsylvania to win, and she's still alive in this race.
And she was outspent again by Barack Obama. Barack spent a lot of money. Hillary went to the older Democratic voters, the white Democratic voters, and she won. And the momentum is on her side. The big question is, can this momentum carry her all the way to the Democratic convention?
She didn't go to the older Democratic voters. She went to the Republican voters that crossed over. And you're right, Barack outspent her 3-1.
Do you buy that Republican crossovers are the reason she won in Pennsylvania?
No, I don't think so in Pennsylvania, no, Mark. Pennsylvania voters vote are hardcore Democrats, and I'm not sure about the rules in Pennsylvania if they can even cross over. But no, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it was an open
it was open. Well,
yeah.
Open primary.
I don't believe that.
You take the Republicans away and you say Obama would have won?
Yes.
You've been listening to Rush too much.
I'm not convinced that enough of the crossovers occurred to
Yeah.
have that outcome.
Well, what would it take to convince you?
Slap on
Proof.
the side of the head.
Well, then, okay, but if there's not proof on either side. You can't prove that it wasn't, and I can't really prove that it was.
Now, the result is that Hillary is now claiming that she is ahead in the popular vote, and she's including Michigan and Florida in her tally.
Well,
in fact, she went to the Capitol yesterday to meet with Democratic leaders behind closed doors and make her argument that he can't win in November. She's ahead in the popular vote, therefore she should get the nomination.
We don't elect presidents by popular vote.
Nope.
It's by the Electoral College. She's just trying to state her case to try to get some of those superdelegates to come to her side. Yes, she's won Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, California, New York, the most populous states. He's won more states, but she is fighting an uphill battle, and she's going to try to do everything and anything to convince Democratic leaders that she is the person to be on the ticket.
Is this going to end up in a court fight
It could.
over Michigan and Florida? Will it?
Well, yeah, it's going to, and I think any court in its right mind is going to back up the DNC. It's their ball game. They told them, if you move it to this date, this is what's going to happen, and they went ahead and did it anyway.
Sam, I disagree because you cannot have a Democratic National Convention and have nobody there representing the great state of Florida and nobody there representing Michigan. They've got to settle that, and it's going to go to a court, and I think a judge is going to decide, and then the Democratic Party of those will decide who gets seated.
Based on what law?
Well, based on the law of America, that's not.
There's no law.
That is not the American way to say, okay, you've made us mad. You can't be seated in these
They
conventions.
didn't make them mad. They just said, if you do this, this is the outcome. They set the policy.
That will never, ever happen, that the Democratic Party unfolds with nobody from Florida there and nobody from Michigan.
All right, so when does she file the lawsuit challenging this?
After Puerto Rico.
After Puerto Rico.
After the last primary.
I think she'll lose North Carolina. I don't know how they vote in Puerto Rico, but I think she'll do it after that.
I think she'll do quite well in Puerto Rico.
Now, Barack Obama has his own challenges. The Reverend Wright has decided to make a media tour. He's going to go on TV with Bill Moyers on PBS. He's speaking at the National Press Club in Washington on Monday. He's speaking to the NAACP in Detroit this weekend, and that will just bring back all of this controversy again. And Senator Obama has to deal with it.
I'm surprised Barack hasn't confided in the Reverend saying, stay away, go on a long trip till November 6th.
No.
Stay away from this.
He's coming out. He's very soft-spoken. What little I've seen of him so far, he's very laid back. He's not the firebrand preacher that he was from the pulpit. So he's trying to change his image to soften the blow. And it may work.
Sam,
well, he did pick Bill Moyers,
Oh,
who is on the left of the spectrum. No
He's
question
on the left
about that.
of the left.
Yes.
Well, Bill Moyers is a good interviewer, too. He's not a Bill O'Reilly that's going to get in somebody's face either. He's more of a kinder,
he's not going to
gentler.
ask any hard questions.
Well, I haven't seen all the interview yet, Sam, so I don't know if I could agree with that.
What do you bet? What do you bet? He doesn't set him on his ear on any single question.
I'm not going to take that bet.
No.
I think it'll be very gentle.
Yeah.
Very gentle
Just
questioning.
kind of like you are with Ed and I.
Yeah,
I think there was a strategy in picking
right.
Bill Moyers.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Bill Moyers is an old line, hardcore left-wing Democrat.
Yep.
He's a good guy, but that's his politics.
John McCain went on his poverty tour this week. He went to New Orleans. He went to coal mines. He went to Selma, Alabama. These are not Republican strongholds. He's appealing to blue-collar Democrats and blacks. Is this going to pay dividends for John McCain in the election?
Well, he's got to be all over the place. If you're running for a national office, you have to be in every nook and cranny. And if you leave some out, it's going to hurt you.
So you like what he did?
I like what he did. If he's playing to win, he's got to be everywhere.
It's an excellent strategy, Mark, because Hillary and Barack are making the news. They're tearing each other apart while he can go put his arms around people in New Orleans and say, darn it.
Now, he's
we did a bad
campaigning.
job here. Or darn it, go to Selma. Darn it, go to the coal mines.
He's campaigning, and they're still in the cage
Fighting.
kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting very bloody
Oh, yeah.
by the
They
day.
keep this up, they're going to both need transfusions soon.
We hope you enjoy the vodcast. And please join us every morning, 5:30 to 10 on KLBJ. And check in at Campaign 08 on 590klbj.com for our weekly vodcast right here as we take you all the way to the big election in November on KLBJ.